saying? So I'm going to play my theme music. You know, y'all know who it is, Mister. That definitely ain't it. But that's my man Daryl, D-Rook in the house. But that wasn't supposed to be my joint. Y'all already know what I'm supposed to be doing.
What happened to this? Oh,
It's supposed to be the Tupac thing. It is. That's my whole shut up. That's why we need engineers and sound engineers up here. That's what happens when you
hold up. Sound check.
Oh no, now we need a sound check now, B.
Yo.
Yo.
What's up with this Tupac at the beginning?
Come on, so y'all already know that's how I roll. I know you do the biggie, but this is me. We're in that Yankees when all we do is Mets over here, but you know what I'm saying? For the future sponsors.
All they do is lose.
You know that Man's Health beard oil. Started using it, making it look good. I sent it to my man D-Rook over there, so he got that joint over there. I already know. Beard oil.
I mean,
Men's Health. Hit me up. Let's get that.
Black owned. Black owned. For those who need to know. Avail Naturals.
Maybe I need
Black owned.
Maybe I need to get that then.
All right. We just gotta get that right.
Because it works for the hair. All right, let's get in.
So
we want to start.
Do we get straight into your WWE?
Well, I thought it was yours because you brought it up mad quick yesterday when we were doing topics that we were going to discuss.
Oh no, it's yours. You're still following more things WWE than me. I keep up with more of the bad now than the good.
So let's talk about what made you disappear from it.
Man, how they pretty much started force feeding certain characters to people, and it felt like they watered down the content. You know, they weren't being as creative anymore.
Yeah.
And it affected a lot of people. Some diehard fans stuck around, and they're like fans of a team that keeps losing, and they're just gonna stick with it. But I couldn't rock with that anymore. You know, I didn't even not like John Cena when he first came out. I was half and half with him. I thought he was pretty cool, but they decided to make him too much of a thing. They put so much emphasis on him that you kind of like were forced to not like him.
That's what they were doing with Roman.
Another character who was really good at the beginning, and then you put him in a position where people just are tired of him.
I feel you. That's definitely a valid point. Let's go ahead and hear from Daryl. You know what I mean? Let's get it. No, but yeah, that's what I know. When Roman was first there, it was live. Like he was part of the Shield, and he didn't talk much. And he was just gangster, like straight killer. Just came in like a beast, like a super Samoan, and just came in there crushing things. And then they started Vince got his hands on him, trying to start making him funny. And I think one of his promos one time was like, I'll be sucking succotash. Some shit like that, the shit that Sylvester the cat used to say.
Yeah.
Like literally you can YouTube it. And then he stumbles on it and he looks at the camera and he's like, yeah, try saying that fast. So his promos were off, which is another thing I hate about WWE. I hate that they always script stuff. Like it was better in the Attitude Era when they just flew off the top of the handle, set what was there. Like I agree you should have bullet points. Like make sure you hit this, like you're a heel, so make sure you talk about this and hit that. But I don't think you should tell me what to write and I gotta memorize it and nah. Because not everybody is gonna be good at memorizing stuff. And sometimes you're better, either when you do music or when you act or whatever, sometimes you're better once you know what you're doing. Like you've already like got it down pat, it just comes off. But if you're reading something, it's kind of like if I'm in the studio and I'm reading my raps, like yeah, bust 1, 2, 3, click, clack. You don't want that. It don't come off authentic unless it's just off the top of my shit. I'm really feeling it. So I think that's where they messed up, which is why I like AEW, but you're not really familiar with that as much yet. But
Yeah, they lost the ad libbing, man. The ad libbing was really good. You were right. Bullet points just gives you pretty much a heading, and then you creatively take it to where it needs to go on your own from there.
Mm-hmm.
I think Robert Downey Jr. talked about that with memorizing lines and stuff like that. That some of the stuff, sometimes they might put a bug in your ear or something and feed you a line or something, but sometimes you get pretty much the gist of what needs to be said or what needs to be done, and then you take it from there creatively. As the guys in WWE are actors. They're athletic actors is the difference, though. They're their own stuntmen who are also actors, and stunt women who are also actors. So, like you said, just scripting it the way that they do now, which it feels like it's 100% scripted, is crazy, and it definitely watered down what was magic. Monday nights was magic, and Friday nights was SmackDown, or Thursday nights when it used to be Thursday nights, it was magic.
Yeah, because it's definitely like it's like a machine now. This is what you're doing. This is what we're going to do. Like, stick to this, and that's it. But even if you go to YouTube and you like click on like the most memorable lines of like a movie or whatever, it shows that most of the most iconic lines that were ever said were ad lib. Like the actor just went with it, which is what people used to do, like Jericho, The Rock. You'd have the points, but you would just flip off the top and go with what you went with.
Damn well no one was scripting what Stone Cold was saying.
Oh, hell no. I know Vince wasn't.
He damn sure wasn't. Because he would have cut out some of that stuff.
Yeah, so I don't know. That kind of got me away. And then when they killed some of the characters, like Dolph Ziggler, like another big dude, pause. I thought that he should have been like the actual second coming, like to Shawn Michaels. Because as far as athleticism and telling stories in the ring and just being like good at what he did, like Dolph can put anybody over. Like the sorriest dude, Dolph can make look dope. Like it's no shade to Goldberg because at one point we had a semi association. Like we would talk sometimes. Like after we filmed Celebrity Apprentice, he sent me some protein and some. That sounds bad too, pause. But he sent me some protein for working out, and he sent me some what do you call that shit? He just sent me some things for the gym when I was working out, and then we used to kick the shit a couple times. So it's no shade to him, but Dolph made Goldberg look crazy with those spears and that jackhammer right after that bad performance he had with the Undertaker. So when they shitted on him, never really gave him a good title run. That fucked me over. Then who else? We talked about Bray Wyatt off camera, like how dope he is, and how they keep fucking him up. All they're doing is taking the merch money and then scrapping him. Braun Strowman, I don't know if you know who he is, but that big tall, like I think he's like 7 foot. He's a beast. He's swole. But during the time that they were trying to push Roman, which was the force feeding, Braun's character was so big as a heel, and the way he was destroying Roman, that was the time to pull the trigger on giving Braun the belt and having him run as a heel, as the champ, and then pull the trigger. They just kept on pushing Roman and Roman and Roman and making Roman beat him, so they killed his character. And then they squashed him with other people too, so they killed that character. Who else was good? They never really gave Big E from the New Day like a singles title push, like a good one. I think he's supposed to get one now. Who knows? But I believe he could have been like either a dope IC champ or he could have been a dope heavyweight champ. They finally gave it to Kofi, but they only gave it to Kofi because, let's be 100, all the shit that's going on in the world with the social injustice. That was a way for WWE to say, like, we're pro-black, so they put that there. But he should have been.
Kofi would never got there. Not without this.
He should have been.
I was there when Kofi first got on. I was still watching a little bit, and I was like, "This dude's kind of cool." But you already got the gist. Like, he was a sideshow. He was athletic. He was black. He was really cool to watch. But you knew he would get to the water and never get to drink it.
And technically, he still wasn't. He wasn't supposed to still be there because Mustafa Ali got hurt. because that was Mustafa Ali's spot. And when I think he sprained his ankle or popped his knee or something like that, they took him out and then they put Kofi in. And then the fans went crazy for Kofi. So they said, "Yo, we gotta do something with it." And then the whole thing that was going on, and it's always been a thing about people saying that WWE definitely doesn't really cater to minorities. So I'm pretty sure it's like, "Yo, let's just do this. Like, let's just pull the trigger." But what happened? He got squashed by Brock. Like after Vince felt his title was over, he got squashed by Brock in like I think 10 seconds, some shit like that.
Yep.
So, but shit like that, like if they would actually run with their characters that they have, like they had some stars. Like I don't know, I don't really watch it now to know. I mean, I catch the highlights. Like I'm glad that Edge came back. Like his pop was crazy, but obviously he's older, so I don't expect much from him because the body doesn't do what it used to do. Like right now, he just pulled.
Reaching when they do all that stuff, man.
Well, Edge's pop.
Undertaker even coming back the way he did when he came back last year. I was like, yo, why y'all doing all this reaching?
Nah, they should.
Incredible amounts of reaching because you're begging for some type of for some type of boost. And I'm just like, if you built up these characters like you were talking about, or I got to see Bray Wyatt at Izod Center, which is now closed, y'all. That dude had the place locked down, and you just used him to sell merchandise.
Mm-hmm.
You could have used him to rebrand the WWE and carry it into a whole new place because he had a following, black, white, interracial, whatever. People just cling to him, and it had a cult feeling. But it was a cool cult. It was just like cool to be a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And to witness it on multiple occasions, again at the now closed Izod Center, that was cool to know. And then
that's in New Jersey, which I don't know. I mean, yeah, like they had everybody, but they were too focused on their past stars. Like they had Roman to take him in as
they were still on Cena then too.
They had Roman to take him in as the new Rock / John Cena. They had Bray Wyatt as a new Mankind Undertaker. They had, well, Dolph's old now, but they had Dolph. They had, I told you, Andrade, the Spanish cat. Clearly not as athletic as Eddie, but the Mexican draw that you need for Hispanics. Like
he has some good swag to him though.
No, like he's dope, and he's engaged to Charlotte Flair. So that's crazy right there. Then they have the whole women's evolution, which I'm happy they did because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a man. As much as I enjoyed the past certain matches that I won't say, I'd rather see them wrestle and do their thing because they're definitely fun to watch. Like I love watching them.
Yeah, it definitely took another step because man, the past was more of a bikini show.
Yeah, it was Vince's highlights. That's probably why Vince hired certain people because that's the match he wanted to put him in. Just like he had storylines with them. He had storylines with like each woman, pretty much doing certain things. So I'm pretty sure that's where it came from. But I'm glad they finally got out that and they took it to the next level because the shit that Charlotte does and Sasha Banks does is crazy.
But you who'd you post the other day on Facebook? That was old WWE females. That still looks amazing. Was it Stacy Keibler?
It was either Stacy or Tori.
It was Tori. I think it was Tori.
Yeah, Tori's dope.
But both of them, Tori and Stacy, were athletes though.
Mm-hmm.
They were literally athletic, and he didn't give a damn about that. He didn't play to that at all. You know, they were pretty much just eye candy, and they never got to show, you know, what they're capable of. And this is supposed to be a show about looks play a role in everything, but it's supposed to also be a show about athletes out there.
Well,
and they were athletes, and they lost that opportunity.
You saw that with Trish and Lita. At first, they were doing the bra and panties match, and then they were doing like the pillow matches, whatever. But when they actually let them go, before the new like women wrestlers, Trish and Lita were the two best wrestlers hands down, and they actually got to go. But then now shit evolves always, and these athletes are better. But when they actually let Trish and Lita go, even Mickey James was cool too. Molly Holly was alright. Beth Phoenix was definitely cool, but Trish and Lita, I think, were hands down the two best that they had.
Absolutely, I agree.
And then WWE doesn't know how to. They don't know who should be a face and who should be a heel. Like they basically go off where they think they're gonna sell their merch. Like I told you, like Seth as a face, I get it. Like you want to play back and forth, like with the character, or maybe they did it to sell the merch for when the Shield reunited the last time. But Seth is a heel. The same way, if Triple H isn't with Shawn and DX, Triple H is a heel. He should never be a face. Like he's better as a heel. Period. Um, who else? Breaking kind of tiptoe because.
Remember though, they invited Shawn Michaels to be Generation X.
So let's not go there, son, because DX was started with Triple H and Shawn, and then when Shawn got hurt, then Triple H made his own DX, which is credit to Triple H to take something that was already good and make it its own thing, and maybe some say even better. That's pretty crazy.
Better.
But whose vision was it? It was Shawn's vision always.
Shawn's vision. But Shawn's my top 5 favorite wrestlers of all time.
So you know,
it's not.
So it's gonna make it longer than what it needs to be. But you know how crazy it is when I hear people say that Shawn isn't a GOAT, or they try or they try to discredit him. You seen it in the group, like when we go, like we do top 5s, and I put Shawn as number 1, and then people hit me with the like, no, Shawn, you crazy. There's no way like Stone Cold or Undertaker or The Rock, like yo, nobody does in the ring what Shawn does.
Yeah, yo, he's exactly what he calls himself. All right, forget being the Heartbreak Kid. He is the showstopper. He is the show.
So he was Mr. WrestleMania.
Yes.
Like,
remember when he came in on the zip line for the first time?
Son.
This dude, hey, this dude,
son,
Shawn Michaels go.
Son, he was the first to sing his own theme music.
Yep, and everybody else started trying to do it.
That's why I said, like, when you want to talk about like wrestlers and who's what, like I get it. Undertaker is a GOAT. I mean, I like him, period, but I get it because no one's ever had that gimmick for so long and like never broke character for so long. Like I get it. He was the Taker. Like, so I don't discredit that. I get it. So if you say Undertaker, I can understand it. If you say Stone Cold, I can get it because, you know, the whole boss thing and you don't like your boss, you fucking your boss up. He had mad catchphrases. Let's keep it 100. Stone Cold was the cool dude you wanted to be. I get it. The Rock, I get it because The Rock just said the illest shit. Catchphrases, eyebrows. He had the damn Versace. Like I get it. But when we're talking
Versace shirt.
When we're talking about in-ring ability, which is what it's supposed to be judged by, what you did in the ring, no one did what Shawn did. Shawn made everybody look good. The same way that Dolph does, the same way that AJ Styles does, makes anybody look like AJ made Roman look amazing in their match when he first came to the WWE, and it was AJ versus Roman. I was like, oh shit, Roman. All right, Roman he's a little better than I thought he was, but it's because AJ made him look like he was that good. The same way that when Cena was doing the open challenge for the United States title, yo, he made Kevin Owens look phenomenal. Like, I wasn't a
fan either.
I was like, whoa, that dude is crazy. But that's what WWE needs. They need more shit like that. Like they had some segment yesterday or on Monday. I didn't watch it. I gotta do a recap on it. It's called the Raw Underground now. They're doing it like they're filming it like it's some Fight Club type shit. Like they don't have any ropes. It's just a ring and then they're just fighting. I gotta catch it. Like there was a lot of bad energy on it, but it could be just because WWE fans always want something new, and then when they get it, they don't like it. So I gotta check it out for myself. But then they just need to let it be more free. But I don't even know if it can go to that place anymore because it's so corporate now that I don't even know if it could be what it once was. But they got too many stars for it. Not. The crazy thing is, I just saw before we started talking. Did you ever watch TNA when AJ was over there with Samoa? No. So TNA used to be popping when it was AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, who else? Beer Money, which is Rick Rude and James Storm. Motor City Machine Guns. Um, then Kevin Nash came, and him and Scott Hall were okay over there, but Kurt Angle came and he was a beast because it's when he got let go by WWE, but he was still in
Yeah, I
great.
saw him over there a couple times.
He was still in great shape, so he was putting on crazy matches with Samoa Joe and AJ Styles, whatever. But anyway, to go forward, what I'm saying is, I just saw like a little thing of them yesterday or earlier today. Yo, they got a roster again. Like the Good Brothers, which is Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, AJ Styles' friends, they're over there now. The Motor City Machine Guns came back. They got T.J. Perkins, the dude that used to be the high flyer on 205. Like they actually got a little roster. And supposedly the Good Brothers are trying to get AJ Styles to come back home to TNA before he retires. So if he comes back and does a full circle, they could have
That'd be good for promo.
They could have some good programming over there too.
That'd be good for promo. People are looking, for wrestling to take a different step, and that's where AEW comes in, of course. But TNA can jump on that, and WWE is going to lose a lot. I feel like AEW is going to be that wave. They caught me just off of like how original and I don't know really how to put it, but watching the characters go at it and then seeing them outside of the ring, like just in their regular lives, I was like, they made this more human.
Mm-hmm.
They made us feel more connected to them, and they just started. They're gonna take this somewhere.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna say I agree. I'm not gonna say it's 100% original because the dudes that watch this afterwards that I fuck with, they already know what we say. So I've always said that they definitely do take a little of WWE shit, clearly, because they took some of their stars, which you're supposed to do anyway. Because if they're free agents, why wouldn't you get the best talent? I'm not gonna not get fucking LeBron James just because he's LeBron James. I'm gonna get LeBron James because I have a franchise that I want to make money with. You know what I mean? Or win championships. So clearly I'm going to pick them up. But they do have some WWE shit. They do have certain things. But what they do that I think people take the wrong way is that they rib WWE. Like they crack jokes at them. And people take it for real, though. Like they'll always throw jabs at WWE. And people will think that AEW is bitter about it. I don't think they're bitter. Because if you watch the Young Bucks in them, their whole thing was they were always trolling WWE. They were always being sarcastic and always doing shit like that. I think there's some people over there that are bitter. Like, there's an announcer over there, I think. And Taz. I know Taz is real bitter with WWE because what they did to him. So I can get
it. Jim go over there, Jim Ross?
Yeah, Jim Ross is there now. But Jim Ross doesn't throw jabs. You can tell he's a little older now because he's a little out of his element. But he still sounds good. But he doesn't come all bitter. But Taz comes all bitter, obviously, because they shitted on him. So
Taz is personal though. Taz has always been that dude.
Yeah, he's a Brooklyn dude, so I get it. But Chris Jericho, I can understand he's bitter, but he's ribbing. Like he always does that. He's ribbing. John Moxley, aka Dean Ambrose, when he first got there, he was definitely bitter and he was talking shit. But his interviews have changed, and
ain't Cody Rhodes over there?
Yeah, Cody's the man. I love Cody. Cody's definitely Dusty Rhodes' kid. Like the ideas and the kind of person he is. Like I don't think they'd be as successful if it wasn't for Cody. Like I get the Young Bucks, Kenny and them, and Jericho.
They need Cody.
Cody is definitely to me the brains of what's going on over there. But then you got the Young Bucks who are focused on tag teams, which is why they pretty much have the best tag teams over there in AEW. Then you got Kenny Omega, who he's so focused on what he used to do in Japan that he's brought some of the Japanese wrestling style over there and some of the wrestlers over there. So that's cool. Then you got Chris Jericho making new groups, fucking got everybody. Got, what did they used to be called in TNA? I forgot. Anyway, the Spanish Cats. They're from New York. But they used to be called something else in TNA, I forgot. But now they're over here in AEW. They're dope. You got Sammy Guerrero. The Spanish Cat got a bright future. He's dope. We got Jack Swagger, now Jack Hager over there.
Yeah, I know Jack Swagger.
I'm a little with him because he's a Trump dude, which I don't really like, but character wise, whatever, I like the character. Um, who else is on this team? They got other people, but it's just dope. Like, and then the Matt Hardy, the way they brought him over there. Matt Hardy got fucked up with the COVID though, because the promos of him coming over was amazing, and then the COVID hit, so you couldn't have the fans in there. So when he debuted and he couldn't get the pop,
Yeah,
kind of fucked up. But it was what they do is dope. I like it.
I felt like they should have held out to try and steal Jeff.
I think Jeff is a WWE guy. Like he loves WWE. I mean, but let's think about it because this is why Jeff loves it. Because all throughout their career, WWE's always been a Jeff guy. When they were tag teams, they always loved Jeff. So once they split up, who got the
Or risk.
Yeah, exactly. But who got the push?
Jeff.
But who was the more creative? Matt. All the ideas at the
He
heart.
said Matt was more of the brains. I don't know if he was more creative.
Well, creative comes from brains. But everything
Jeff was physically creative, all right?
Everything the Hardys did came from Matt. Just like when they went over to TNA, and people thought they were done, and they came up with the Woken character. That shit went crazy. It was because of Matt, and then that's why WWE wanted them back. So they signed them back, and then they couldn't use the Woken, so they came up with the Broken. But since WWE's WWE, they didn't know how to do it, so they fucked it up, and then he left. So then he came back. So I think Jeff will probably come because I think eventually he's gonna get suspended because he does have a drinking problem, which is no shade, it's just facts. So I think eventually he'll get released.
That dude had like 12 trainers with him while on tour with WWE when I was a kid watching him wrestle. All right, he was putting it on the line, and you know how this goes. They don't take care of you outside of the ring. That's all on you. So I'm not saying it's right to develop a drinking habit. I'm not saying that's what you should lean on, but he found whatever vice he found, and that's his thing.
No, I get it, which is probably why they take better care of them now. But that's why everybody used to have either alcohol problems or they used to have drug addictions. Like Eddie died from his heart finally giving out with all the painkillers and all that other shit. You know what I mean? And the alcohol that he used to do. So that's why if you look at it, not all, but mostly all the wrestlers from the Attitude Era, whatever, they're all dead because of their heart just giving out because of all the shit they used to take. Which is
so much shit.
Which now they get time off. They have the best doctors. Like they have the performance center. Like they have all this shit. So I get it. But it should have been done a long time ago. They didn't take concussion seriously back then.
No one did.
Now they do.
It's football. No one took concussion seriously.
Well, yeah, but definitely wrestlers. I mean, they were getting smacked in the face and head with chairs. Like, if you look at the chair shots in the 90s, you could not have told me backstage, today you're finna take a chair shot. No, I'm not. I'm not taking no chair shot on my head, bro. Them shits was vicious.
Bells was ringing.
But
I'm just thinking about Jeff eventually. If he has anything physically left in the tank, him going to AEW would be really cool because of what he brings to the table, high flying, and AEW was just athletically ahead of the game.
I think
it's exciting to watch everybody over there.
I think he can come back for two reasons. One, for him and Matt to win the titles one more time, probably. That'll probably be the last gig, not the first gig, the last gig for him to win the titles. Because them and the Young Bucks already did their thing in Ring of Honor, and it was dope. So just to do like a couple matches with the Hardys and all the other talent, put them over a little bit, maybe win one more time, and then dip. I get it. And then there's this other cat in there called Darby Allin, who's kind of like Jeff. He fucks around with a skateboard and
they do with the skateboard.
Yeah, they're calling him like the next coming of Jeff. Not as far as like the ladders and shit, but just how crazy he is. So if he was to come back and have a match with him and put him over, and then like kind of fade out, yeah, I get it. That would be cool. But when it comes to old wrestlers, I love the nostalgia, but I just don't put so much stock in them because me being older now, I know like you can't do that much anymore. So So like I was mad. Like I said, I was mad hyped that Edge came back, and he had a phenomenal Royal Rumble. He had a great match versus Randy Orton, and then the second match with Randy Orton, he tore his bicep. But it's what happens when you get old. So I don't
There's
want.
so much to do right now, man.
I
You
don't
know,
want.
people. It'd be the equivalent of people wanting like, you know, Shaq and MJ and them dudes back. Like, I get it, especially since I got to watch some dudes play.
Mm-hmm.
But some of these dudes are struggling to get out of bed. All right, age is a real thing.
Son.
So nostalgia has to be replaced with somebody that can at least give you the feeling of that person from that past.
Yeah, man.
That's where WWE really failed, is passing the torch.
Well, I mean that's cool. I mean we should transition into the NBA now since you brought up the NBA because I can literally stay on WWE forever.
30 Lakers,
But Lakers,
Oklahoma
we already know
Thunder.
we already know Lakers is my shit. It was my shit since Kobe was there. I'm not gonna lie and be one of the people that said I was defending because Magic and Worthy and Kareem. I wasn't. Magic was dope, but at that time I was a Bulls fan. Scottie Pippen was my dude. I was never an MJ fan. Like I liked what he did, but my dude was always Scotty. Like I guess I always liked the underdog, the dude that was most underappreciated. So Scotty was my dude, and then Kobe came, and I was like, yo. And I fell in love with Kobe because when he got drafted, and then they traded him, and my man came in shooting air balls, and was still like, give me the rock, give me the rock. Like I don't care what I just did. Like I'm gonna win this. Like give me the rock. I was like, yo, this dude is different. And then he became Kobe. So, and then literally after he retired, I stopped watching basketball for a while. And then I think maybe when LeBron came, I was like, it's LeBron. Kobe said it's okay. We could be a Laker
Oh,
fan again.
boy, the Kobe said it's okay. Yo, shout out to the true Laker fans, please. Let's get that out the way.
Kobe had a cosign. Kobe had a
True
cosign.
Laker fans did not need Kobe to say it's okay. All right, because if you're a fan of a team,
let's be clear. I was a Kobe fan.
That's not how that goes.
I was a Kobe fan. Let's be clear.
Yes. You're a Kobe fan.
But I'm right.
Just like in regards to Philadelphia, I'm an Allen Iverson fan, and I rooted for Philly solely on that. And I do feel like they did him wrong, but every once in a while I showed him a little bit of love because AI loves them to death.
Son, they were never gonna win. When you look at it, when you look at what they put around him, they were never gonna win. Matt Geiger, come on,
Eric
son.
Snow, which Eric Snow, I want you to know,
Eric
you
Snow
are
was decent.
A great defender. And
what up, DJax81? What up? Appreciate the follow. Do you guys miss the XFL and UPN? Yo, that's mad old. You remember when the XFL was on UPN? We were talking about the NBA, but we could definitely hit that topic because we're going to hit that topic after this. But you remember when the XFL was on UPN?
Yeah, when he ate me.
Yo. I don't know. Might as well retransition real quick. Why do you think The Rock bought XFL? Like 100.
He saw the numbers. There's a group of investors that are with him that got crazy bread. They just bought a soccer team last week.
Yeah, the Rebel City, some shit like that.
Yup, shout out to Flemlo Raps.
Yeah.
So with those investors, and then with seeing what the XFL did this year compared to when they first came out, they made all the adjustments to all the mistakes they made when they first came out. Yeah. All the financial adjustments, all the logistics. They had all the right people there. This was a fully functional league this time. Proper television revenue.
The COVID fucked them up, right?
The COVID killed them because they were competing with certain basketball games. For ratings, and they were winning. They were killing baseball. Like the idea of baseball, they were killing that. They kicked hockey. They were averaging 1.9 million viewers per game. Through the first half of their season, they had a great season going, and the NFL dove right in when that league got canceled. It was like, we're coming to get their players. We're coming to get their players immediately.
Hey, you know more about it because Jackson81 asked, "Are you excited for News Nation at WGN America?" I don't know what that is.
The newest nation?
It's called. He said, "Are you excited for News Nation on WGN America?"
On WGN America, I'm not familiar with WGN's News Nation.
Yeah, me neither. So I figured maybe D-Rook could talk about that. I don't know about that.
I do know WGN is pushing to really be up and coming as far as their content is concerned,
Yeah.
and be original and be more real, because there's a lot of stuff that I'm learning over the years on TV that's far too controlled as far as what you're allowed to say or what you're allowed to put out.
Yeah.
So shout out to them for that. But thank you. Now I'm gonna check out this news network.
Jack,
who doesn't want some real news?
Word. Jackson 81, where you located at? But yeah, I was curious to why The Rock bought it. Like, I know The Rock has this thing about him, like he can make anything better. So I knew that was there, but I was curious to why he bought it. Yeah, because it's a big acquisition if it fails, especially since they paid what, 15 mil.
Yeah, but what's 15 million for something that was projected to make what, 45 to 50 million dollars this year if the season is concluded?
So let's keep it 100. I didn't follow the new joint. So when were they shooting? Like, were they games on Saturdays, or like how did it?
Saturday and Sunday. They had games on Saturday and Sunday. They had afternoon and evening games, and it was going great. You know, it started off with a bang, and then it got a little slow. You know, teams started to figure each other out a little more. You saw some bad offense, but in the NFL, you see some bad offense every week in the NFL.
It was arena style. It was arena style, right?
Nah, not really. It was very pro league style, and that was the cool thing. That's what made them so attractive to the NFL when the league was over. Was that these guys were playing in pro style offenses in a pro style league, and it had the level of success it did through half a season.
What do you think? Remember I said we're gonna do 45 minutes. It's been an hour. What do you and it was like 45 minutes of wrestling. What do you think The Rock's gonna do with it? Like, do you think he's gonna change anything or bring something different? You think it's gonna go back to the names on the back of the jerseys, like crazy shit?
I think they're gonna do that. I think they're gonna get creative with the names. I think for sure you expect more teams when they do come back. Expect a lot more teams, a lot more cities to want to buy in because of The Rock, and what The Rock may not be the best actor in the world, but his name and what he brings to the table speaks volumes.
Yeah. For
everything that he's put his hands on so far. So expect a lot of people to want to buy into this and be a part of this because of him. And then the financial backing that they have, they expect a bigger, better XFL, and instead of Vince's just toy.
Yeah, that's the difference I see. Like, I think it's a gamble either way, but I think when The Rock acquires something, he's very focused. Like, win or fail, he's focused all the way to the end on it. So, like, you know, the what does he have now, the Titan games and shit like that, or whatever it is. Like, that's just crazy. It's basically another American Gladiators, but it's better. So I expect that.
It is better. You get a chance to kick a star athlete's ass, and many times I've seen these star athletes lose. I just watched Lamar Woodley lose to a guy, and I was rooting for the other guy.
Yeah, so I get he was gonna do something like that. Vince, with even with WWE being what it is, I don't ever trust anything Vince has to be good. Like, because like you said, it's a toy. Like, he's got money to throw away. Like, even his WWE films, all the money he has, some of them joints could probably be banger movies, especially because it's more shot kind of indie. Like, he could probably have some real shit over there, especially with some of his superstars that have so much character and charisma that if you can't get them over on WWE TV, you can get them over on a movie joint. Even put out WWE TV programs. Like, they have a network. I don't even want to go back to WWE, but they have a network, and they don't even utilize it correctly. Like, they could have so much content on there to make people go to the network, but they don't. I don't get it. But anyway, so whatever Vince has, I figured it was going to fail eventually, so I didn't really pay no mind to it this second coming. But it is what you said. But since The Rock's involved, now it's kind of like, like, maybe I should check this out.
And The Rock's gonna bring ballers to real life now with this move.
Oh, yeah.
show again, and this guy touches, gets 100,000%. He's going to bring ballers to real life, and I expect the XFL to be bigger and better.
I'm about to say that too. It's about to be a real life ballers. Like that's crazy. That was a good show too. I was tight that it ended.
All good things gotta come to an end. I'm happy he ended it. I didn't watch the last episode yet. I'm holding out, but I'm happy he's ending it the way that they are. Mark Wahlberg, those guys are really smart, and HBO's been really pretty good, minus the last season
Game of Thrones. Yeah, exactly.
They're pretty good at knowing when to finish something. All right, finishing it before people sit there and start begging for it to end.
Yeah, like jumping the shark, saying like this is too much. Like as much.
So they're really smart.
Do you watch The Office?
On and off.
As much as
it's on, I get a laugh.
As much as I love The Office because I watch it over and over, there's definitely a couple seasons or a couple episodes. I'm like, we didn't have to have this. It should have been done. But
see, that's what you're trying to avoid.
I get it, but then it's like, I don't know. I think Ballers was 5 seasons. I think.
Yeah.
I think one. Because I felt like that's how good I think the writing was. I felt like when it was finally getting really, really dope, they cut it.
Speaking of writing, shout out to ex-NFL running back Rashard Mendenhall, who pretty much is the mastermind behind Ballers.
Yeah, shout out to him because I didn't know that. And Jackson must have left because I was asking where you was from and I didn't get a response. I was just trying to keep it low key. But appreciate the follow on the questions. Yo, he took us straight out of the NBA straight to the XFL. So getting back to
get back to the NBA, the bubble's been the best thing, and a lot of the other sports teams, leagues in America are going to really feel the pain for not following the NBA's lead. The bubbles, they just tested everybody today, and everybody came back with negative tests. All right, this thing is working. The games, the way that they're being played, I keep reading, whether it's in my own group chats or just on social media, how entertaining the games are, how competitive they are. The setup with the digital fans that they got from European soccer, which I've been watching for forever, and the NBA being progressive, they took a piece of everything that works, and if anything, they made it better. And then, in the addition with that, with the social injustice, what they've been allowed to do before the games, during the games, the Black Lives Matter on the court painted. There's a level of play going on right now that no one expected, and this might be the best NBA season that people are going to be watching for a few years.
Yeah.
Giannis said it best. He said, "Whoever finds a way to win the championship inside this bubble deserves it the most with what's going on outside in the real world. All the distractions that they can point to say that they couldn't find it in themselves to be focused and be better than the next team or the next guy to win a championship." So whoever wins it, the asterisk should say, "You are a boss. You and your whole team are true kings because you found that energy and that motivation, that Michael Jordan motivation." Because I feel like we don't even have to feel like it. Michael Jordan can find motivation to beat somebody in an empty park in a 5-on-5.
Don't speak about Michael Jordan because you don't like Michael Jordan because you ain't like my mask that I was trying to sell you. You know what I'm saying, for the COVID.
I don't like Michael Jordan. I respect Michael Jordan, and I think Michael Jordan would more so like the respect than just like me. He ain't here for me to like.
You know what I'm saying? I tried to get my man the face mask. He was like, "Nah, you got to make an Iverson one," which I respect because I made an Iverson one. So if there's any Iverson fans, they're definitely gonna jump on it now. So I respect that.
The perfect one too was with the crossover.
Well, if you're gonna do Iverson, you gotta do the crossover one. You either gotta do the crossover one, or you gotta do one of the ones where he was just pimped out with like the fresh drip.
Yeah. Showing up to games, so lit. And David Stern implemented a A dress code policy.
You know what? You know what? That's why I believe, because there's a documentary on Hulu called when they banned the Air Jordan ones. Have you seen that?
No.
Yeah, go watch it. It's on Hulu if you have Hulu. The NBA basically banned the Air Jordan ones to the point to where Michael was gonna have to stop wearing them, but Nike saw that it was so dope what was happening that they said, you know what, we're gonna pay the fine. If all we gotta do is pay 5,000 every time you wear them, we're gonna pay the fine. But David Stern, yeah, I didn't know that either until I watched it because I thought it was just a sneaker joint, and then I ended up watching. I was like, oh shit, I can fly. But in the interview, because they're talking to David Stern, obviously, you know, bless the dead. They were like, he says, I never banned the Air Jordan ones. We said that it was against policy, but we never banned it, which I don't agree with, or I don't believe, because once Allen Iverson came in the league and he was dripped out, David Banner, Dave went straight to nah. We're gonna have this dress code. So if
I would have to say David Stern didn't ban the Air Jordan ones. I would say that they did fight against it for policy concerns because look at it this way: when Air Jordan ones came out, Jordan wasn't his baby yet. Jordan didn't turn into David Stern's personal project yet, so they still had those deals with Converse.
oh
Remember Larry Bird and
to
all
keep
those
to keep
Converse, those the sneaker.
to keep it funky, he wanted to go to, I think, Converse and Adidas. Like Adidas was his shoe he wanted to go to.
Mm-hmm.
Converse basically told him up front, they were like, nah, you're not good enough like Bird and Magic, so you're just gonna be a
Shout
regular.
out to Michael Jordan's mom and Nike.
What? Son, do you know? And the crazy thing is, during that time, I was telling, I forgot. Do you know during that time, Adidas was already kicking Nike's ass, like literally,
Well,
because
Nike was a baby though. Nike just came out.
but they were murdering them. So imagine if
But Adidas is old. Think about that.
no, but
They've been out
but
here.
this is what I'm saying. They were murdering them. Nike was here. So if Jordan would have went straight to Adidas, Nike would have never been Nike.
Yeah, Nike probably goes under,
Like
and
like
they don't become anything.
he literally birthed. Yo, that's why it's crazy. He literally birthed Nike.
Well, that's why he got the contract that he does.
That shit was crazy. I don't know how we got there, but that shit was crazy. Oh yeah, because we were talking about Allen Iverson and how
That's why he got he does. I mean, AI had to make a sip move. Reebok, and Reebok was starting to fall off, especially as a basketball shoe. Like they were really taking a dive. And here comes the answer one, which I have like 3 pairs. I'm about to get another.
I've never had a pair, but I think they're the flyest sneakers ever.
Yo, the questions are classics. Trey Burke, who plays for the Dallas Mavs. His favorite player is my favorite player. He wears questions every game, throws on his braids and all that. And I'm like, yeah, word.
Yo,
A lot of guys, because of him, they are who they are. Even Steph Curry, a lot of guys are who they are because of Allen Iverson.
the first thing he did was the answer, right?
Nah, he did on questions. The questions are
They were
the
the first
original
one? Those were the
first.
those were the red joints, right?
Yeah, with the bubble, the one that he did the crossover in.
Son, those are the best kicks, hands down ever. Like I'm mad to this day that I don't have those. I've never had a pair of those sneakers. But my character in 2K20, he sports the black and white ones too, because I gotta match my Brooklyn jersey outfit. But then I got another one, so. But
I got in trouble in 2K because I was assigned. I forgot who I signed with, man. But I put those on for game. And they were like, hey, like, you're supposed to be wearing our sneakers. No, yo, I don't even want to be wearing your sneakers.
Yeah,
I got 2K, please go back to making Reebok an option because the last time I played and Reebok was an option, I did pick Reebok. And I just said, I'm just going to wear his kicks. It is what it is.
Yo, the first season I wanted to go with Under Armour because I was thinking of Steph Curry, no Steph Curry, and I was thinking of The Rock. So I thought they would have those options of those shoes of being innovative. So I was like, oh, there's probably gonna be some dope shit in here. Them shoes are so ugly. So this season, with my new dude that is actually better, I signed a Jordan deal, so I get Jordan kicks. But nah, those Under Armours are not it.
The only reason why I wouldn't sign with Jordan is not because like I'm not a Jordan fan. It's because if you have your own sneakers, but they're Jordan brand, they'll always be Jordans.
Now I get what you're saying.
They'll always be his. If they're Reebok or it says Nike, and then your name, well, everybody will associate the name as, all right, well, Nike or whatever, they're the brand. This is your kick. It'll always be Jordans.
You know what I think that could have been dope, but I don't think it took off the way it did. Team Jordans. Like I thought they could have been better, but I don't think they knew how to fuck with it. Cause they have like mad athletes from different sports that could probably like even if you made like a cross trainer shoe like I don't know for MMA or some shit like whatever or CrossFit games or whatever. Well, not CrossFit
They
games.
they cross trainers. I actually have a pair of Jordan cross trainers.
That's what I'm saying. Like you could have had so many different athletes with Team Jordan. Like I know at the time, Rich Froning was the guy with CrossFit. I don't know who is now, but if you would have had a Team Jordan, Rich Frowning, like CrossFit sneaker, would have been crazy. Then, well, Kobe was always gonna be Kobe, but if you would have had like I don't know Trey Burke with his own, that would have been crazy.
I think the deal with that is they didn't put too much. They put a lot of time in it.
Yeah,
So
because
you got to put a
think
lot of
about it.
time in making your cross trainer.
Because think about it.
And
Team Jordans, they come off as ripoffs. They come off as ripoffs. Because if you show up with a pair of Jumpmans or Team Jordans, they're like, they're not Jordans though, bro. You know what I mean?
yeah, everybody wants a number.
Mm-hmm.
What number are you wearing?
Yeah. Which is
And I
cool.
don't really look at it like that.
Yeah. Which
I'm
is
wearing some trainers, yo. That's all it is to me. I'm wearing some trainers, and if I'm not running, I'm not training in a pair of Jordan ones. I'm not training in a pair of nines. I actually own the nines.
What's your favorite Jordans?
Brown and black.
What's your favorite
I'm
Jordans?
not training in none of these.
What's your favorite Jordan numbers? I only have two. Well, actually, I have three.
All right. Let me see if I can get these right. The nines are the ones with the.
I don't like the nines, but go ahead.
Those are ones with the strip at the bottom, right? It goes around the shoe.
I don't know because I don't pay attention to the nines. I don't know.
I think it's nines for sure. 13. What's
Yeah, you go too high. I don't. You go too high for me. Yeah.
I like. Yo, he had a pretty good like setup between those numbers.
My joint is. Let me tell you mine. Fours, the concrete joints, are my favorite. But
Oh man, fours.
but when you wear them, they're not really comfortable. So you can't rock out with them all the time. But the fours concrete is dope. The three concretes, yo, the threes are probably the most comfortable Jordans he has ever. Them shits fit like I thought I was wearing damn slippers around the house. Those shits is fire. So the 3 4s and then the 11, the Concords. That's it. I mean, the other ones are cool, but if I copped any, it'll only be 3 4s and 11. You looking on the web to see which one it is?
Yeah, I'm looking for my cake, yo. What's it say?
But you got the Jordan rings. Those were ugly.
You said the Jordan rings.
Yeah. Jordan
They
made
made they made Jordans called the rings.
these are the ones you're talking about. Oh, these was alright.
Yeah, those. I
Yeah,
had those in brown and black.
yeah, those was fresh. I
That was
wouldn't,
before I was deciding what sneaker I wanted.
I
They,
wouldn't,
they just bought me those, and I was like, yo, whatever.
I
I
wouldn't,
had
I wouldn't
I
get them,
had
but
Bugs Bunnies.
I wouldn't get them, but they are fresh. The Bugs Bunnies, those was classics.
Those I actually wasn't mad about having because he's my favorite cartoon character, and I love Space Jam.
Well, yeah, those were classics, so I get that. I actually bought. Oh, hey, go in my closet. Go in my closet and get me a pair of sneakers that's in there. Just keep showing me which one. I'll tell you which one it is. But go in the closet on the ground in the back. I'm gonna show you which Jordans that I got thinking that I was fresh at the time, and I was like, nah, these ain't it. No, not those. Those are Nikes. These are my lime greens. Nope, not those. Those are my cross trainers. I think they're gray.
Oh, you think they're gray?
Yeah, they're gray. That might have helped you out if I would have told you what color it was. I think they're gray and blue. I think they're gray and I know, right? I think they're gray and blue. I was just like going there and looking at my sneakers. I got like 12 in there.
Just go grab pairs.
Just go grab pairs so I can say no.
Then you find out that you got like 100 pairs in there.
Yo, I used to have mad Jordans when I was in New York getting money. Because you know Jordans, yeah, those. Because Jordans was like the thing to say you were making money in New York for some reason. Look, I got these thinking it was it.
What?
Because it was like my first pair of Jordans I got, and I was like, oh, I'm in there. I got the Jordans, and then, I mean, you know, if you wear okay outfit, it's alright. But it definitely
you can't wear okay Jordans.
You said what?
You can't wear okay Jordans.
Yeah, I know, but when I got them, I was like, maybe not. But that was when I was fresh into the Jordan game. I didn't know nothing about it.
I don't know. I never really wanted to be in it.
I didn't want to be in it.
I owned Grant Hills when I was a kid. When I finally got to decide,
they were realized, right?
I finally cared of telling people, or what I wanted. They used to be like, "Yo, what sneakers you want?" I was like, "Give me those. Give me those." I had his 1 and 2, and then after that came AI because it was already 96, and it was a wrap.
I don't know if this applies to other places. I just know about New York and Florida. But the thing I like about New York is it don't matter what sneaker you have. Everybody rocks different pair of sneakers. From Jordans to Nikes to Reeboks to Pumas to New Balances to Swisses, K-Swisses. Like, it don't matter unless if your fashion game is crazy, it don't matter what kind of sneakers you have. The last go around I was over there, I seen so many.
When you're in school.
The last go around I was over there, I seen so many people just in cross trainers and like fly nets. I was like, oh, this is it?
Well, this is the land of Vans now.
Is it? The Vans come back?
Yeah. Vans came back. Vans came back, but they're getting their freaking asses kicked by
Vans are dumb expensive now though. They used to be like $20.
Vans get hit up. Vans came back, but they got competition. Where's my other Jordans? Here we go.
Are you talking about Converses?
All right, so the 13s you have, right, are not the cool ones.
I think. But that's how I knew when you said 13. I was like, nah.
Yo, see, you said nah. Look at that. 13s. Ask anybody about 13s. 13s
is
always lit.
No, I didn't have the 13s. It's the 13s, the bubble.
13s, 12. I like 12. I had 12, as a matter of fact. Damn, yo. They were just buying me kicks back then. 13, 12, 9, and 11.
Yeah, you like the joints. I wouldn't wear it, but they're alright. Son, these right here. Oh my god.
The early days. I gotta find my freaking early day picture. I got a picture with those on.
Them cement joints is crazy.
But in the meantime,
I like these in the white and cement, but the Carolina Blues. The Carolina Blue threes.
Because we gotta go there and everything.
Are you trying to show me that dumb Yankees jersey?
Nah, man, it's fine. Special edition.
Oh, okay.
That was special draft day edition that they made, limited edition. And then they put these out for Christmas.
I can't see.
Camera right?
No, I can't see. I see it's red with a black toe in that.
I want to mess with this.
That's why you don't need no. That's why you don't need no background, B.
So they made those.
Okay. Yeah, that's a fire. Yeah, nothing's ever gonna beat the original.
That was the Christmas editions.
Yeah, nothing's ever gonna beat the original.
Nah, because the original was so clean. It was so clean, but I want the Georgetown ones now.
Oh, the Georgetowns was fire too.
They made new Georgetown ones that are coming out, I think, this month. I want those. I don't know who has my originals because they don't fit no more. I just know I left them in Jamaica somewhere. Because I was generous.
You bugging.
And then I keep one more pair. And this pair is important. Even my old manager said that this pair is important. You know why this pair is important? Because he had crossed somebody over and then he stepped over their body.
Oh, you talking about Teron Lue?
Yeah. Oh, he did it indeed.
I don't like him, but I know it. But it was a great moment.
He did it in these. What? Yo, he had Jadakiss come on for commercial for those.
I still didn't like
That's like it was selling. I gotta go through my old pictures and make sure I got my collection down pat. But I owned a decent amount of J's by accident.
Yeah, I'm looking at the questions. The questions are crazy. He might be the only one that made a nice shoe other than Jordan. Because some of the other people that came out with shoes, like Kobe ain't had no nice shoes till like towards the end, and they still weren't fire.
Yo, because Adidas gave him some ugly ass shit.
LeBron shit has been trash, but I think the latest ones he has is alright.
Nah, LeBron got some hitters though. Yeah. I'm not even gonna front on him.
Like the new ones. I think he's seen some. I think the new ones. I had seen LeBron. I was like, oh, okay, I will cop those.
LeBron got some hitters. He got some kicks where I was just like, yo, damn, like this is how we're doing it. Kobe's problem was, Adidas came out with the crazy 8s, and then the Kobe 2s looked like space shoes. He did an unboxing of that, and I was just like, man, this gonna fail. Yo, those is fire.
Yeah, that's fire.
In the black with the purple with the panther on it or something like that, those is fire too. That whole brand that he came out with for that one, that line.
I think that's when I was like, okay, because even the white Jones, all right.
Straight vicious with it. I was like, all right.
Yeah, because these are fire too.
Yep. Nike went crazy with that. I'm mad that I didn't get the Paul George PlayStation editions, and a bunch of other people that I was reading.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, yo, Nike did everybody wrong with that about how they went about putting that out, because not only are they fire, but like the gamers wanted them, and y'all made people pay to have access to buy it. Y'all paid the price of a sneaker to have access for the opportunity to buy a sneaker. They did us wrong with that. But LeBron 16 and 17 are good.
Oh yeah, they're fine.
Kyrie got good sneakers though.
I don't know. I don't really look at shoes if I don't really rock with the person.
Because I got the Kyrie 2 Duke Special Editions.
Yeah.
They
need to make
a bunch of people got his SpongeBob's because those sold out first day.
They need to make some ill Stephon Marbury Georgia Tech joints.
Who's gonna make those?
I don't know. I said someone needs to make some ill ones because that's what a brand should come out with some ill designs and make classic throwbacks like you said, like the Iverson in Georgetown or Stephon in Georgia Tech, fucking Vince Carter Tar Heels shits, Stackhouse Tar Heel shits.
So nobody want no Stackhouse niggas.
I'm just throwing out names of colleges and players that was it.
Let's just stop with Jerry right now.
Son,
because I will forever.
Don't play stuff like Stackhouse wasn't that man in college.
In college, he was. He came to the league talking hella shit. Talking about, I don't want to play with Allen Iverson. Why y'all paired me with this dude? I'm better than him.
That's why he
turned into a journeyman and a role player.
That's why
Stay in your lane.
That's why he got dusted by Jordan. Status. That's why he got dusted by Jordan talking that.
All right, that's why I got no love for Jerry Stackhouse. Because if he had played his role properly, him and AI would have made a nice 1-2 punch. Mm-hmm. But he wanted to be bigger than his shoot, than he could actually fill. He couldn't fill them shoes.
So he wasn't the best North Carolina player.
Not even. Not even. He was really good.
Because Vince was.
He was really good.
Vince was crazy.
Dude, I'm a basketball fan first, and a Duke fan second, and I watch a lot of great players on other teams.
That's a Duke.
Yes, I did. I watched a lot of great players on other teams. I watch the league. I watch people play. So yeah, I watch guys on any team that plays against us or that we don't like, and I'm like, yo, can you recognize that they're good? Because at the end of the day, I have a favorite NBA team, so I be looking and I'm like, yo, I might want you to draft this guy from North Carolina or from North Carolina State. This guy over here played like Donovan Mitchell played at Louisville, and the Knicks called Pitino, spoke to Pitino, spoke to Donovan Mitchell, did a workout, knew they were gonna fire Phil Jackson. You let Phil Jackson draft a dude that's not better than Donovan Mitchell. Before that, 2 or 3 picks before Donovan Mitchell comes off the board. And then you fire him anyway.
I don't know what Phil did when he was in New York.
He did exactly what Dolan allowed him to do. Phil ain't want the job. Then you overpaid him for a job he ain't never done before, so he just hung out.
Yeah, it must have been some shitty shit, because when Phil went to the Knicks and I was in New York, I was like, yo, we about to actually might have a team out here. And then I was like, whoa, what is he doing?
He was never president of basketball operations at any location.
I was ready to go to the Knicks games.
All right, if we were paying him $15 million a year to coach, I understand. Man's the highest paid president of basketball operations and never did that job before.
No.
It's a circus. I wasn't with it. So I was upset. I watched the game. I think, who said that? LeBron said that. Ray Lewis said that. I watched the game. I may have like a favorite somewhere, but I watched the game. I watched everybody out there. I watched who's making what better. So I could figure out how I or my team can be better. That's what great people do.
Let's clip this. Because this went 2 hours instead of 45 minutes.
It went 2?
We started, because I sent a text just to see what time it started. We started at 2:30. It's 4.
Not officially. Did you start the recording at 2:30?
Yeah. I sent a text so I know what time we started, and it was 2:30.
Nah, we started at 3.
No, we did all that bullshit stuff in the beginning at 2.
Yeah. No, you did all that stuff at 2:30.
I promise you, I think I hit record at 2:30.
No, because you called me on FaceTime at 2:30.
Okay, well then it's good then, because it's an hour and 11 minutes, so we ain't go too far past an hour 45 minutes.
Nope.
We're trying to keep it short for y'all, because some of y'all ain't fans, and some of y'all don't want to sit here and listen to people talk you don't even know. But we do talk about some ill shit. So eventually you're gonna be with it, like the Joe Budden podcast and other people, and be like, yo, we need to hear more from you. So for right now, we're gonna try to cut it short 45 minutes. Keep you in it.
Word, for the WWE fans, we really got to that, and there's plenty more to get on to with that, and I'm sure we'll get back to it.
Definitely.
Sports fans in general,
we'll definitely
gonna dive into that. I'm in that for life, like that in my heart of hearts.
Yeah,
I don't care what your favorite team is. Holla at me. I got answers for you.
Like a game. What can they reach you though, so they can ask you questions, or is it here? Because this is our thing. So is it here, or they gonna hit you
You gonna hit us right here, man. We gonna give you the answers live and direct.
in the comments? B, you already know what to do. Tell y'all all the time. Like, subscribe, comment, share. That's all you gotta do. Mad simple. Mad simple. It's free. It's free. I mean, we have a joint where the Cash App is in there too. So if you want to support the channel, that helps us get the funding going. But basically everything else is free. Free. What are you doing now anyway? It's COVID. What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we hit the sports. We ain't hit it like we wanted to, but we'll get back to it because my man threw me off with the XFL. But it was on the topic anyway, which makes it crazy. So we went straight to it. But we're going to talk about more shit because if y'all know me, y'all know I'm into the music, the wrestling, the Marvel, the DC. All that shit's about to come back. We're going to have shit to talk about. I ain't know my man was into the wrestling too, so we can talk about that too. So we're going to hit topics. Trust me. We're going to hit topics. We're just getting started because we didn't know what we was going to do. I was going to do this dolo, then he was going to do a dolo, and then we'd be having private conversations, and them shits be going like mad long. And I was like, yo, we might as well just put this content out because we're talking too much. And here it is. So weekly, we're going to get this to you on Thursdays.
All right? Here's the Matt Hardy behind everything. That's you.
Don't disrespect me, though, because I got talent like Jeff. Don't disrespect me, B.
All right, Matt and Jeff. You the brains still behind it because I would never push it there.
Team Extreme. So you want to say anything signing out?
It's all love from New York all the way down to Florida. I love that state.
Yeah, this is where we are. I'm in Florida right now. We're recording out here, and I'm not going to give the exact location, but we record out here in Kissimmee. That's what we do. We'll be back home in New York soon. So I was going to look for my air horns and stuff, but I didn't want to do all that, and the shit freeze up again. So I already know it's Chance. D-Rook. You know where to find me. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Let's get it. If you have any questions, put it in there. Want us to talk about something else in the future? Put it in the comments. Let's go. We here. Tatted ladies and ladies only in small bikinis. They see my tatted body, now they say I'm with the